Salamat Yaran. We come before you, dear hearts, with more interesting things to tell you. The great battle of words and deeds between the light and the last dark cabal is reaching the final stage. For decades, the legions of the light have covertly contested the dark for dominion of this reality. Now, the winner of this monumental power struggle is evident, on a number of fronts: legal, political, and financial. The dark is in retreat and facing the fact that its Waterloo is upon it. The U.S. administration is unable to plug the innumerable leaks in the dam of its power structure, indicating the dark's self-made, imminent collapse. No one person or group can forever stave off history, and this period in history is preordained. It is the time when the light is divinely scheduled to resume her supremacy over your reality. Likewise, you are close to the moment when you are, once more, to take up the mantle of divine guardianship of Mother Earth and this solar system. Your inner Earth family eagerly awaits your inauguration to your rightful standing. The coming times will see an end to the chaos that presently engulfs you. Around the globe, the traditional forms of governance are under great stress, as are the outworn economic and financial structures. This widespread dysfunction testifies to the profound changes that are imminent. Stealthily, a new age of universal abundance is sneaking up to surround you. It becomes more obvious by the day that your present world is an increasingly unacceptable reflection of who you are becoming, and thus a massive transformation is mandatory. To this end, our Earth allies chose life paths that incorporated these great changes as their deepest desires. They understand the immense consequence of their collective task and how crucial their success is to your divine future. They have taken incredible risks to ensure that this grand future was indeed manifested as planned by heaven. This mission was then much reinforced by our mass arrival in your solar system. In short, the Dark Ones are facing a final reckoning which is forcing them to relinquish their control over you. The end of the rule of the Dark is to be formally celebrated by our public arrival on your shores, and this time is getting near. We know that the final spasms of this struggle with the dark seem unduly drawn out, and this is both discouraging and frustrating for you. We truly understand your point of view, and our many covert visitors, undercover in your various societies for decades, daily report back to us on your difficulties. Some of you are in more distressing situations than others, but in all cases it is hard to live on such a divided and troubled world. All of you must witness the machinations of the powerful which daily act to compound your hardships. Our ambassadors and liaison personnel want you to know of their concern for you and of their assiduous efforts on your behalf. Also, our medical teams wish you to know that your transformation is progressing most satisfactorily, as is Mother Earth's. All in all, a game plan for rapid change is beginning to make itself known. The times, dear ones, they are a-changing. First contact arrangements are coming along well. The many negotiations with our Earth allies and sundry governments are now completed. These talks laid the foundations for your transitional world in which a number of amazing things are to happen. We touched upon some of these in the last few messages, so now let us add some more details. Your world is caught between two storm systems. On the one hand is the issue of global warming, caused by your thoughtless despoiling of Mother Earth's land, air, and water. On the other are the effects of the general shift of your solar system toward a new, fully conscious reality. At its present level of understanding, your science cannot fathom the relationship between these two factors. As all is connected, ignoring one leads to a blighted comprehension of the other. In effect, the appearance of pollution on a grand scale is a sign to a living solar system that change is literally in the air. When a limited consciousness society begins the process of industrialization, it usually does so with no thought for the environment. Within mere decades, the resulting deterioration in the biosphere triggers subtle changes in the planet's demeanor. This alerts the other planets and the Sun that a period of big change lies ahead. A symbiotic relationship then ensues between the growing levels of pollution and some astonishing alterations in your solar system. By means of the living web of consciousness, all living organisms respond to a changing ecosystem. The Sun thus began a series of adjustments that recently became continuous hyperactivity, and this huge outpouring of solar energy, in turn, caused a hyper-reaction among the various planets. A natural concomitant to all this was the mass extinction of myriad plants and animals on Earth. And so, Earth's global warming was setting up the process for the transformation of the entire solar system. The planet is exhibiting the sudden changes associated with the cusp between major geological ages. In fact, this is not far from the truth. Huge changes in surface configuration are to take place during your leave of absence to complete your metamorphosis. Before then, your cleanup of your home world will signal that the great shift is to happen. This symbiotic relationship between industrial pollution and the huge shift in your reality has been mirrored on other worlds in this and other galaxies. Our scientists are both happy and sad to see it occurring here once again. A while back, it was our desire to complete this shift in a much gentler manner. But the nature of the dark and the extent of its power over you eventually caused us to accede to the present divine tactics. And now, the long-awaited events are ready to manifest. This year is to be a momentous one. Many wonderful things are taking shape that promises a quick end to the dark and its villainous last cabal. Your role is to embrace this change and do whatever is needed to push it to completion. Our role is to assist by employing our abilities to accelerate much-needed change. Remember, big change happens abruptly. This could mean anywhere from a matter of days to a few years. But regardless of how things pan out, it is crucial for you to remain focused and not to give in to impatience. Much is happening in Europe, Asia, and the Americas that promise a speedy resolution of these matters. In any event, know that change accompanied by a great shift is on your horizon. Our fleet keeps careful tabs on all aspects of this mission and, with the advice of Heaven and Lord Surya, acts in a steadfast and appropriate manner. As we have said repeatedly, first contact is a complex business and in your case, is unique in many respects. It is not often that we deem such a protracted operation to be acceptable, and our forbearance was largely due to the behest of Heaven. You are a special group and, thus, special measures were in order. Now you are ready to pop, and a new reality is soon to be your lot. Then, finally, the many mysteries about life and heaven that you long to unravel are to be made known. Moreover, a whole heap of facts that have not even occurred to you are to be imparted to you. A large quantity of galactic humanity, far beyond your wide-sea details, are about to become your friends, colleagues, and above all, family. We greatly look forward to the moment when we can finally meet you and celebrate our grand reunion. Today, we further discussed the events of the day. We ask you, as always, to remain patient. We ask you, as well, to prepare yourselves for what is likely to be imminent. Great changes are afoot. Be ready to respond in an appropriate and mature manner to what is preparing to happen. We now take our leave. Blessings, dear ones. Know in your heart of hearts that the perpetual supply and infinite abundance of heaven are indeed yours. Salamat Majan. Salamat Kasidaram. Syrian for rejoice. And be blessed in heavenly love and joy.